Murphy's Law returns, and the Bucs give a masterclass on how to drive your fans to alcoholism. Dust off your creamsicles, boys. The Yucs are back. Welcome back to the Player Reaction. I'm Corey Draper, and this is the place to catch up on Bucs football. Why you even care at this point? Who knows? Seriously, it's not too late to become a Rams fan. Really? Okay, welcome to hell. While you're here, you might as well subscribe because group therapy helps. Let's talk about our poor life choices together. By the way, we've got a new sponsor for the Play Reaction. If you got a beard like me, or you're trying to grow one right now for No Shave November, this is the product that I use to keep this beard looking nice and clean. It's the Beard Balm brush. It's made of high quality oils, butters, and only natural ingredients. Check out the link in the description below for more info. Okay, back to Sunday. The Bucs lost to a beat-up, injured Redskins team that on paper is worse than the talent that Tampa has. And before you Washington fans troll me about how your team is so good, go look at the stats on this game. The Buccaneers won in every major statistical category except for the two that matter the most: turnovers and the final score. I'm sick of saying that. The Bucs are just the Bucs, and no matter how much talent they have on this team, they find a way to lose and underperform. Tampa couldn't score in the red zone, and in spite of putting together great drives, shot themselves in the foot over and over again, whether it be turnovers, penalties, or, yes, missed field goals. For those who are new to Bucs football, first let me say, please, just stay away. Second, this is the quintessential Bucs game. No matter how good they looked, no matter when they had momentum, Murphy's Law was in full effect, and whatever could go wrong went wrong. Back in the offseason, I made a video where I dubbed the 2017 season the year of Murphy's Law. Guys, this is now the team of Murphy's Law. We may as well rename the team to the Tampa Bay Murphys. Don't believe me? Let's review. First drive of the game, the Bucs get into the red zone. The result? Interception. In the second quarter, Bucs once again get into the red zone. The result? Missed 30-yard field goal. Another long drive that ends up in the red zone. The result? Hey, look at that, he made it. Third quarter, the Bucs get to the Washington 16. The result? A bad snap, which results in the Bucs losing almost 15 yards, and a missed field goal. Fourth quarter, Bucs are driving again. There's a nice catch and run by Jacquizz Rodgers, and as soon as he crosses into the red zone, boom, fumble. Into the end zone, touchback. Fourth quarter again, and last chance for the Bucs. They get all the way to the 4-yard line. The result? Sack, fumble. And there it is. Proof that the football gods hate the Bucs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers continue to invent new ways to lose. The offense amassed 500 yards but only scored 3 points, which is the first time that's ever happened in the NFL. The defense, while they held the Skins to 16 points, were only able to get 2 sacks against an offensive line that was full of backups. And still don't have a turnover since week 3. Are you really sure you don't want to be a Rams fan? Patriots? Chiefs? Literally any other team? The Browns even did what we couldn't, and that's beat the Falcons. Let's face it, guys, this team is cursed. With the talent this offense has, we should be in the playoff race. Instead, same old Yucs. For 10 years, this is what this team has been. It doesn't matter the coach, the GM, the players on the field, they will find a way to underperform. I'll spare you this time what was awesome and not awesome about this game because you already know all that. Let's instead sift through the garbage and talk about what's next for this team. While the season isn't technically over, it basically is. Next week, the Bucs play the Giants, another team they should beat and another team they will lose to inexplicably. So, once again, we're discussing the potential of blowing everything up again and rebuilding. Again, the way this season has gone, I don't see Dirk Koetter keeping his job. He was already on the verge of being fired last year had the Bucs been able to land Gruden. There's more than one person to blame for this season, but the fact of the matter is, the guy at the top always takes ultimate responsibility. One game like this is an anomaly, but this has been a season full of turnovers, lack of discipline, and underperforming. There's just no more excuse as to why a team with this talent level isn't executing. Koetter knows it too. In his post-game press conference, he admitted that he took play calling away from Todd Monken. That's someone trying to save his own job, and failing miserably at it. Unless the Bucs go on a miraculous win streak and end the season with an 8-8 record or better, it's not a question of if he'll be fired, it's a question of whether he'll be the only one. The GM, Jason Licht, takes his share of the blame here. He's not been able to bring in a kicker to save his life and made the cardinal sin of spending a second-round draft pick on a kicker who can't kick. Apart from the kicker, he's partly responsible for putting together the worst defense in the NFL. The one thing in Light's favor is that everyone agrees that on paper, his moves to bolster this defense last year were good ones. This defense, much like the offense, has been playing under its talent level. But I don't think that's going to matter. While Light built this offense that has become the best in the league by way of yards, his failures at defense and kicker will probably be his undoing. So, F it. Fire Koetter, fire Light, clean house. The question then is, who's next? Do you think anyone at this point can change a culture like Tony Dungy did in the 90s? We all know the drill. As the season moves on, more and more candidates will arise to take over and be the next head coach to be fired by the Bucs. There will be plenty of time to discuss all that later. But it seems to me there's a deeper issue. Like I said before, it's the person on top who takes ultimate responsibility. Well, the people at the top of this organization are the Glazers. They've been the only constant for this team for the last 20 years. They caught lightning in a bottle twice with Dungy and then Gruden. But since then, Raheem Morris, Greg Schiano, Lovie Smith, and Dirk Koetter. Meanwhile, you have the LA Rams who hire a guy younger than I am to coach their team, and suddenly they're in the NFL elite. Doesn't seem fair, does it? Tampa's fan base has always had the fire this guy or that guy mentality. The problem is, you then have to follow up with a replacement who will do better. And the Glazers haven't been able to do that in 10 years. So here's the real question. Do you trust the ownership to hire the right coach? Unfortunately, if the answer is no, there's literally nothing we can do about it. So I'll ask again. Are you really sure you don't want to be a Rams fan right now? Yeah, me neither. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember to subscribe, give me your thoughts in the comments below, and share this video with your friends who are teetering on the ledge right now. Let's help each other and talk it out together. Go Bucs!